The state of New Jersey is suing 3 public school districts over their decision to inform parents about gender transitions in school. All 3 districts have implemented policies to notify parents if a child wants to change their gender identity. Seems like common sense. But the state is now alleging this. Outing these students against their will poses serious mental health risks, threatens physical harm to students, including risk increased suicide, decreases the likelihood students will seek support. But many parents say they have the right to know if something so major is happening with their child.
The LGBTQIA community claims to be an all-inclusion community, but instead they are here trying to advocate to not include parents. Their position interferes with my ability to help my children, and they keep telling young children that it is the parents' fault for not wanting to help them transition and to be afraid of their parents. Meanwhile, we are here trying to get into our kids' heads by having them think that their parents are not safe. My children belong to me and no one else.
Teachers, I think, should be there to teach, not up here as an advocate, force their policies on kids.
It is not your place to decide whether somebody is safe at home or not. It is up to us.
Emily, New Jersey state's transgender student guidance reads, quote, a school district shall accept a student's asserted gender identity. Parental consent is not required.
It is shocking, Kayleigh. This morning, I spoke with a New Jersey school board member, and he said, I applaud the Board of Education members in those 3 towns for having the backs of students and parents, and essentially railed against the Murphy administration, the governor, which he said time and time again has taken away the power from the state's boards of education, whose role it is to represent the parents and the students, and they do. He said we saw it during COVID, where every school district had to follow his anti-science mask mandate, and we're seeing it again now. And he also said that if you don't agree and you don't bow down to this governor, he will use his political pawn, the attorney general, to come after you and your family. And he wanted to remind people that these board members are volunteers in the state of New Jersey. They do this out of the goodness of their hearts to be a voice, again, for the parents and the students and the teachers that are in line with the students and the parents. He said the Murphy administration is not only dismissing the entire purpose of a Board of Education, but he is also dismissing every parent's opinion in the state. This is just another example. We cannot give the left an inch of our freedom because they will then try to take it all. He said, I have so many parents that are so upset about it because it is their children. It's not the government's children.
Sean, I assume these parents would be likewise upset. If you go back and look, September 2022, New Jersey's student learning performance expectations by the end of grade 2, okay? Grade 2. They should be able to discuss the range of ways people express their gender and how gender role stereotypes may limit behavior in 2nd grade.
This is horrible. So first off, get your kids out of public school. Get them into a classical Christian school. Get them out. Find the money. Find your parents or aunts or uncles to help get the kids out, because this is happening across the country. This is the philosophy that your child is on loan to you from the state. Yeah. And Phil Murphy, teachers, school board members are not going to be there for your child when they go through the emotional and physical pain of being transgender, and that will come. It's going to be parents who are going to be the shoulders to cry on, going to have late-night counseling sessions.
Yes.
They're going to be the ones that are going to love that child through all of the pain of their lives. These people are nowhere to be found, but they want to keep the parents out of the mix, out of the know of the child. This is outrageous, and I think more parents have to be rallying and pushing back against these kind of laws.
Lisa, add to that list New York Governor Kathy Hochul, because now New York has a statewide secrecy policy. And get this, I could not believe this. So now this is part of the default policy. This is according to the New York State Education Department. If Kevin wants to go by Kimmy but doesn't want his parents to know, the best practice, according to NYSED, is as follows. The teachers call her Kimmy and use she, her pronouns at school. When calling home for any reason, teachers use the name Kevin and he, him pronouns. That was in the City Journal. So in other words, lie to the parent.
Well, I think Sean nailed it in the sense the left views children as properties of the state, right? That's the way, that's their outlook on this. But the next step and where this is trending and where this is going to go in blue states is California has a bill where they're actually deeming it child abuse for parents to not affirm the lie of transgenderism with their child. There's already been custody battles where this has been an issue, parents losing custody of their children. So that's the direction that this is trending. Why every parent in America should be very concerned about this, should intervene, should be watching their kids, watching their schools, paying attention to what's going on. And this isn't a small thing. I mean, we're talking about puberty blockers where some of them are given to sex offenders to castrate them. Yeah. We're talking about double mastectomies, removing your manhood, things that are irreversible. Right. So we're talking about this heading down a direction where a child cannot come back. And nor does a child have the capacity to understand the future ramifications of now, right, as a child. So every American, every adult has an obligation right now to protect children.
So permanent castration, when the science shows that 82 to 98% of the time kids end up saying, oh, wait, no, I didn't mean that. I'm actually my birth gender.
Can I tell you the decisions I would have made at that age? Ridiculous nonsense, right? I go with the guy we heard in the SOT, which is teachers teach. That's what they do. That's all they do. That's all we need them for. And that's a huge, important job to teach academics.
Yeah, but Randy Weingarten, you don't love my child the way I do, or any parent for that matter.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.